Hi, Alan Schimmel at DevOps.com here at the DevOps Enterprise Summit 2015. I'm here with Randy Shoup, an independent DevOps consultant who actually just came in off the floor or out of the grand hall where he was speaking. And Randy, what was the title of your conference, of your session today?
So I was talking about the 10 hard-won lessons of the DevOps transition. I used to work at eBay and Google and a gaming company called Kixeye, and I sort of melded together the lessons that I learned from those three places.
Sounds fascinating. I'm sorry I was stuck here in the booth and didn't get a chance to see that one. But maybe you can share with the audience what, at a high level, what were the 10?
Sure, I'll share a couple of them. The first and maybe the most important is reorganizing teams around ownership. So, we have this classic idea in IT that we should have development over here and ops over here, and we actually have different organizations. Over and over and over again, I've found that the best way to draw that is, instead of in these vertical lines, is draw it more horizontally, is for a particular application or a particular service, put in one team all the capabilities that we need to do the job. And we can, of course, depend on other teams for services, and we hope that we do. But that we have this end-to-end responsibility in one team, and then we have this idea of you build it, you run it. So the team that builds the software is also responsible for operating it.
Fantastic. That was the biggest one. What else? Give us the next one.
Yeah, sure. One of the other ones that is pretty powerful is what I call replacing approval with code. So we have this again, this classic idea in our enterprise around, we should go through an architectural approval, a security approval, et cetera. And we do need to make sure that we tick those boxes and do the right thing. But it's much better to take the people that we would put in that approval body, better to put those people building services, building tools, building libraries that allow other teams to be sort of self-service and build on top of them. And the best performing organizations that I've worked at and know about, the Googles and the Amazons and the Netflixes of the world, work in that way, where there's not this, there's not this approval process. There's building on solid foundations and handling the issues in that way.
Excellent. And Randy, besides your own session, what are some of the other sessions here does that you're really looking forward to?
Oh boy. Well, I'm missing one right now.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. Adrian Cockcroft is always a wonderful speaker,
yes.
And he's talking about systems for innovation, I think. So
yep.
I'm sorry I'm missing that.
Yeah, that would be a good one. And Randy, what do you think DevOps looks like in 3 to 5 years?
Yeah. So I think DevOps in 3 to 5 years is diffused more broadly in the industry. So one of the wonderful things about this conference is it's bringing together the really big users of IT in our industry, right? These huge enterprises, and they've made incredible strides in developing leveraging a bunch of these DevOps principles that mostly started with fast-moving internet companies. I think in 3 to 5 years it's way more broadly diffused in the enterprise, and it's not a matter of do we do DevOps. It's like, oh, you don't. Like it's more common
yes.
that it's done than that it's not done.
I agree with you. Excellent. Well, last question. People who maybe are considering coming to DUS 2016. Why should they or should they not?
Oh boy. This is the only place that I've seen which brings together, again, like I say, these really large-scale, serious players, serious users of IT in the world. And if you're struggling because you've got a bunch of legacy applications, or you're in what feels like a slow-moving organization, you should absolutely come, because if nothing else, there are a lot of shoulders to cry on.
Yeah.
But more importantly, there are a lot of success stories that can tell you really how to move forward.
Fantastic.
And that's what this conference to me is all about.
Very good. Well, Randy Shoup, thank you for presenting at DUS 2015. Thank you for joining us today, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the conference.
Great, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Alan Schimmel for DevOps.com and the DUS 2015.